Hi, my name is Greg from Pringles. Just wanted to make just a quick little overview of our newest truck. This is our Powervac APV. Now I've already got a video on our website of the Powervac APV, and it'll show you a little bit more in depth some of the features of the truck. But the difference with this one is it's got a Kubota, so I just wanted to kind of show you that. I'll go a quick overview of the rest of it, but if you really want to see, a lot of the panel, or I should say a lot of the features of the normal part of the truck, I would check out that video. So anyway, as you can see, there's a Kubota over there. There's your Quincy compressor. We offer 325, 340, 370 Quincy's. You can also get cast air compressors. They don't go as high pressure. They only go to 175. These will go to 200, 250. So it's definitely a benefit to a Quincy. Plus, Quincy's are pressure lubricated. They just last a lot longer. It's just going to be a better compressor, but nothing's perfect. And the cast air compressors are a lot cheaper, so you can save a lot of money by going with a cast air. But anyway, we offer both, and be happy to put in whichever one you'd like. Now this fan is a 30-inch fan. Our normal fans are a 41-inch fan. You're going to have similar vacuum. This one runs at about 1900 RPMs. Our 41-inch fan only runs at about 1350. This is also a little wider fan than our traditional fan, so it's going to move similar air. It really is. It probably moves just as much air. However, one difference is this only has 8 bags on the top as opposed to 12 on the other truck, so it will provide a little bit of resistance. Anyway, as you can see in here, front compartment sure does have a lot of space, and this is the engine shroud. I'll show you that in a moment. It's just for bringing air up to keep the engine cool. So we'll walk around here. Back here we always have suction inlet, goes from side to side. You can have just a one-sided suction inlet, probably give you a little bit more vacuum. It's going to be minuscule though, so I think most people will find that the double-sided suction inlet is a better way to go. Now, to keep the engine cool, we do have these fans. It does pull some air out of there. Ours is water cooled, and it does bring air in from outside, so it doesn't really need those fans so much, but they are there, so it will help to keep it cool. Here's the engine. As you can see, we've got a fluid coupler on here. It's very similar to a torque converter. It basically allows the engine to start up under zero load, and then as the engine starts to speed up, it equalizes the engine speed with the fan and compressor. So the fan and compressor will catch up to the engine speed 100%. You get all the horsepower and torque out of the engine that you require to turn the fan and compressor. Now, I don't know that it does anything I know other people have said that it helps to protect the engine from breaking the crank, because your small engines do have an issue with that. But this, you get 100% of the torque and horsepower, so I don't really know how it really does protect that. So this is a Kubota. You're not gonna have to worry about breaking the crank. If you do, then something's went seriously wrong. It's not a normal thing with a Kubota, like it is a Briggs or a Kohler or any kind of small engine like that. Anyway, this is a 4-cylinder diesel. We will be putting 4-cylinder gas engines in them in the future. This is an old tier engine instead of the tier 4 diesel. We won't be able to get those any longer, especially at the end of this year, so this will probably be the only one of its kind that we will ever build. It does have a 22-gallon fuel tank. You got a fuel gauge right here, 22 gallons, so that's going to last you a long time. I'm going to go ahead and start it up for you just so you can see it start up and everything. I'm not going to run it way up because it gets really loud. As you can see, we don't have any exhaust on it right at the moment. But this is, like I said, this is just an overview video so you can get an idea of what it is. So anyway, as soon as I turn that on, you can hear the fans kick on. Then you got your glow plugs, and here we go. I said I wasn't going to run it all the way up. I decided to do it anyway. It runs up nice. We haven't had any problems with cooling. At the trade show in California, I know Hypervac was telling people that they couldn't keep one cool. So that's why they kind of ditched the idea of a diesel engine. We haven't had any problems with that. This thing has stayed at its operating temperature. We have not seen it go over. They were telling people that it would shut off on them, and if it goes over 230 degrees, this thing shuts off. But ours we haven't had any problem. I did see videos of theirs, and they had theirs kind of bathing in its own heat, whereas ours, we really, like I said, we brought air in from outside, and that's what this shroud is for. So right here's your radiator, and it brings air from underneath here. So basically the shroud just gets pushed up against here and bolted, and so shouldn't have any problems with that. We've also, as you can see, all these holes up here helps to move air through the compartments, and really does a good job. We had this thing running at it was 96 degrees in our shop the other day. It was really hot outside the other day, and when we had this thing running, it was 96 degrees outside, and I'm sure it was a lot hotter in here. I'm not real sure exactly how hot, but with this engine running and the extreme temperatures, it was really hot. So anyway, we haven't had any problems with overheating. Just wanted to share that with you. I think this is a winner. You know, obviously a Kubota is a lot more expensive than, you know, a Briggs or a Kohler or something like that, but it really should be a very reliable engine, and we think the customer that's going to get this is going to really like it, and we think the industry is really going to like it because it's a good truck. All 3/16 aluminum, powder coated, very easy access to stuff your bags, a Kubota engine, should be very reliable. Anyway, you know, I think it's going to be a good option for people, and I think if you take advantage of that option, I think you'll be very happy. So feel free to call me if you have any questions. I'm sure there's probably questions to be had, and I'd love to answer them for you. So if you get an opportunity, you want to give me a call. The phone number here is 419-256-7763, and my name's Greg. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.